Hey, what's up YouTube? Lord Zath bringing you another episode of Zath's Replay Theater, and this time, special guest starring Sea Raptor.
Hola!
And we are once again looking at a ranked replay. This is a Kutuzov with OldMasterSaru. What do you think of this consist?
Holy destroyers, Batman.
Yeah. Low Yang. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, they both got a low Yang. You've got a little extra Hydro on Saru's team. I'm curious to see what this Edinburgh is packing. I have not seen a lot of Edinburgh in ranked this season, but there are people out there ballsy enough to play Radar Edinburgh, and they've got enough smoke to back it up if that's what this guy's doing.
Absolutely. I'm gonna do my typical screenshots here. Would you mind saying some comments about the Kutuzov?
Sure. So Kutuzov, of course, is one of the better tier 8 ranked ships you can take. She's got that great light cruiser look to her with all the 150. They're 152s, I think, aren't they? Isn't it?
Yes.
Mogami's the 155s. So these are Russian 152s, the same 152s you find, I think, on Budyonny and some of the mid-tier cruisers, Shkurs and Chapayev. Excellent guns, great ballistics, outstanding range. Kutuzov's range is ridiculous. She's known, of course, as a great fire starter, and she brings that smoke, so she can stake out a spot on the map, camp out, and do what she does best, which is just rain hellfire down on just about anything she can get in range, which is a lot of things. But probably the one tactical disadvantage she brings is she doesn't have the flexibility, let's say, of some of the other heavier cruisers. Right, her armor's not quite as strong. She only has the one torpedo launcher on each side. They're quintuple torps, 8 kilometers, not bad. And her AA is outstanding, though. You don't see a lot of carriers in ranked, but if you do end up in a ranked battle with a carrier and a Kutuzov, you pretty much don't care. I suspect, I'll be curious, I didn't see before Zath tabbed away if he's taking DF or Hydro. You see a lot more ships pack Hydro in ranked because there are so few carriers. So especially if you're going to camp out and smoke like this guy probably will. So we'll see. But he's got a lot of destroyers to shoot at, and those 152s will do horrible things to destroyers if he given the chance to use them.
Absolutely. As far as flags, we've got Juliet Charlie for detonation. This is Victor Lima. I think that's Victor Lima for fire chance, and there's India X-ray for fire and flood chance. This is the credit reduction one, and then finally speed, Sierra Mike. And premium consumables.
Now, Zath, have you played this new goofy Sea of Fortune configuration in rank this year? I have not run into it.
Yes, I have.
What's your opinion?
Well, okay, so for people who don't know how this works or the craziness, there's a lot of complexity to this map. It's probably the most complex map in the game right now. Not just for ranked, but even for clan battles. We had, fun times trying to figure out strategies on this map. So here's the deal. Obviously, destroyers like going AB, right? Because you can get 2 caps and essentially save your star if you can cap it. The problem is it's a real trap because, I mean, gunfire torps from all sides. It's a very dangerous play. So what a lot of destroyers like to do is they like to go out to the west, and they like to kind of go here. Sometimes you get one that likes to flank really wide along these islands. You get a good flanking cruiser, like maybe the Kutuzov could do that. The other option is to go to C and try to get AB later. Maybe have one destroyer go there, but it's a very risky proposition to go straight into AB.
Let's start her up.
I'm moving away from. All right, game has started. I'm just moving the camera, and feel free to comment and ask me to move someplace else. But
no, you're okay. As
you can see, if a destroyer just goes right into here, nothing stops a radar cruiser or other ship from spotting you from over here, really, except for your own concealment. So that's a very dangerous proposition. And like I said, you can go this way and try to get the cap that way, or you can go for C. So,
yeah, kind of the outside there, that outer edge of the A cap. We saw, of course, this is the same map that they're playing. We played in clan battles, right, on Sea of Fortune, and you see a lot of teams will send a ship in there to hug one of those islands and try to steal that outer A cap. But very rarely does anybody push straight into that B cap because it's just it's a death zone.
the risk that you take by going west, if you go by yourself, is do you run into the enemy, and if so, how many of the enemy? So if you're by yourself, you get screwed instantly. If there's like 2 ships. Taking all of these ships off to the west, though, is another risk, because then if they go sea, you've got these islands, you've got everything in the way to prevent you from reacting to that, at least right away.
Yeah, already I look at the minimap of the way this team is deploying, and I'm scratching my head, and I'm not a huge fan. You know, you've got the DDs seem to be all over the board. You've got the Z going to C. We've got this Kagero in front of us, and then it looks like the battleships are going to split up too. I don't know. This is just a weird team deployment.
Yeah, I mean, Amagi's a good flanking ship, so, I mean, if I'm going to want a battleship, one of the 2 to come with me to support, I'd want the Amagi, right? As far as the North Cal, I don't know, yeah. Maybe, I mean, I'd almost want to see him moving forward, and then moving based on where the enemy gets spotted.
Well, let's see how they play it.
Yep. Also, quick comment, if we look at the comments here, the discussion. So we can see that they're thinking of trying to go left for the cap, which we kind of know, but for whatever reason the CAG is torping.
It's torping the gap there between A and B. It's a little strange.
Goof, I'm guessing that's the Z, says he's going C.
And now the Kutuzov's going to swing. He's going to swing all the way around behind this island. He's going to take himself out of the battle for almost a full minute.
Yep.
Even if there's something to shoot at, he won't have shots.
Yeah, I don't like this.
I don't like this play either.
I would rather see the Kutuzov here. That way he could back out and support me.
He's going to run aground. Now maybe he'll use this opportunity to loop back rather than continue to push west. It looks like that's what he's going to do. That I like better.
Yep. So he's doing the right. Oh, Benson.
Hello, there is a DD in that gap. Now, did you see where the Edinburgh was? He's pretty ballsy.
Yeah, he is. And the fact that he's not spotted makes me think that he is radar, but it's possible these destroyers have smoked up too.
There is one DD on the enemy team we haven't seen. You can see the 2 by C, the Benson I think we spotted over here by A. And then I'm not sure where the last one is. I don't think he looks like he hasn't been spotted.
Sorry, I'm trying. There we go. I had the chat window up. Trying to fly us over to see kind of what's going on. So there is no smoke. So the Edinburgh might be radar.
He might be radar, yeah. He might have just driven those DDs off to the point where they couldn't push him, so they can't spot him.
Saru is using Hydro. He knows there's a Benson there. No, he is spotted now. Okay, so he thinks that Torps might come his way. I don't know, that Benson spot almost made him make a bad decision, I think, in charging up this flank side. But the torpedoes... Where are those torpedoes going?
Are those CAG or Akizuki torpedoes?
Yeah, they're not Benson, that's for sure.
Nope, not on those 4 spreads. They had a Kagero, right?
Yeah, and an Aki.
Okay, he must be over here. There's the Benson.
Alright, well...
That's a little surprising.
Little off on the aim there. The nice thing about the Kutuzov is you got that reload, you got the ability to correct for aiming mistakes and stuff like that, assuming... Oh no.
Oh, come on. Jeez.
And you're right, Kagero.
I like that play. He had a shot. He didn't hit anything, but
he took it anyway.
He would have been a fool not to take it when he had it. So that was well done.
Yeah.
So now this is actually what he's doing now. It looks like he's going to pull up into A, the edge of A here, smoke up and camp. And actually, I like this. I think there's worse places he could choose to park right now. He's pretty well safe from the battleships. He's going to be able to put at least one good salvo into this low Yang before he gets away.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ouch. And he can just smoke now and deny them caps, essentially. He can deny them A for sure. He can't deny them B. But if he can get eyes in there... Oh, wow. See, the blind fire alone is enough to mess up that poor Lo Yang.
I'm not sure why he's not smoking up.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why I thought he had smoked, but he hasn't yet. I'm kind of surprised.
He's being shot at by... probably the Benson.
The Benson's trying to light him up with AP.
Yeah. Now look over at CCAP. We got Lo Yang and Z-23, so both Hydro destroyers.
Right, well, and all their destroyers at sea seem to have pulled back. If you look at the minimap, we know where the CAG was, we know where the Benson is, we know the Lo Yang's in front of us. That only leaves what they had an Akizuki, right? And he was up north.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Click the Lo Yang in there somewhere.
Yeah, Akizuki did die, so...
Oh, okay, so we got... Yeah, so there you go. So those guys pretty much have free reign at sea. All the other destroyers are on this side of the map. And we knew this had to happen. That's
frankly, I'm surprised it didn't come earlier.
Me too. It must have been on cooldown.
Yeah.
But that's really going to hurt. Can't get that...
One quick comment for those of you guys who are watching. That Lo Yang, if that Lo Yang would have waited 10 seconds between salvos, had the first salvo caught a flood on the Kutuzov, you know he's going to hit repair immediately. Second salvo comes in, starts another flood right after damage control is out, and he's gone. So
yeah.
Just something to think about.
Going for the Dev Strike might have been better off to play a little more patient and go for the flood.
Still not using smoke.
Yeah, I don't understand. Why would you bring this ship and not use its strongest asset? Especially now that he's taking a double fire. When this is all over, he's going to have so little HP left, it's going to be comical.
I don't think he's going to have any HP left at all.
I mean, what, like 4,000 maybe? So they did, that Lo Yang and B finally did manage to cap, which means he's not going to stay. Those torps are probably wasted at this stage.
Yeah.
There's the Edinburgh. We don't have him on Hydro. How is he spotted?
Kagero.
He's gone again.
Probably the Kagero.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Hey, it's APOC. Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
So the caps are even here. They're only down they're only down 100 points. The ships are even. They're not in a bad position, but look at him. He's got 5,000 HP.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough battle. Like one of these battleships gets a sniff of him, he's gonna be out.
And now the Lo Yang is hydroing him. I think
somebody's out. Could be the Edinburgh too.
Yeah. Somebody
is though.
I mean, he
moved out of it.
He's clearly thinking he can cap A, and that ain't happening.
I'm guessing he thinks he can maybe back into it and smoke up and cap it. I don't know. This Lo Yang's about to die.
Yeah. Oh look, Benson. Oh, now you smoke.
Yeah, but he's gonna get torped in the face now.
Yeah, exactly. I disagree with this. I mean, he can back into the island and then full speed sprint to try to get behind the other island, maybe.
I think it's probably too late for that. I don't know. Let's see. It looks like that. Maybe that's what he's gonna try. Jeez. Yeah. So he's correctly knowing that the torps are coming. He's like, I can't sit in here.
Bad idea.
So he's bailing.
Do you see that? He just shot into the smoke.
Yeah.
And because of the detection changes, 7.7 seconds detectability, or 7.7 kilometer detection. When firing from smoke. Bad idea. So what he did was he basically told the Benson that he is not where he was originally and is trying to move. So this Benson now, if he still has torpedoes, all he has to do is torp this way.
He's going to pick up A here, which is a little surprising. So now they've got a cap lead. We know the Benson's out of his smoke. There he is. Not sure how he's spotting him. Yeah, he's well behind him.
And let's comment how these North Carolinas, by the way, they seem to have no idea what to do, so they just charge in.
Oh, the enemy North Carolinas? Yeah.
The Amagi is smart. He's realized that there's two destroyers on the flank, and he's by himself with a Kutuzov that's clearly going down. So, safety makes sense. Tag versus Lo Yang.
So we're on what? 1,900 hit points?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, that adrenaline rush, though, right?
Yeah, totally. Wonder what his reload is.
Yeah. Buff up the Russian.
That must be it. Camp and smoke, pound them to death with HE shells.
Nope. Nah.
Detected again, briefly.
Kagura goes down.
So now the enemy, now they're capping both cap points. The Lo Yang and C is getting flanked. It looks like that North Carolina, is that North Carolina coming all the way around the island to kill him?
Yeah. And he does with
And
secondaries.
And does.
Now this is bad.
Nope. Look at that. North Carolina's not even shooting at him.
Yet.
Shooting at the Imagi.
I mean, I don't like this because you're just advertising yourself.
I think at this point he's just given like, oh well, I'm gonna contribute something before I die. I mean, that's where I would be mentally in this position.
Yeah, but I mean,
looks like this North Cal's probably out.
All he has to do though is like hold fire for. Back then it was 23 seconds. Smoke up and then shoot. At least you're kind of, you know, safe.
Yeah, he does back the kill though.
Yeah.
So again, point lead, 2-ship lead. That's very encouraging. That's going to give them the flexibility to put a little pressure on that AB cap. Oh wow, look at that Lo Yang, 200 HP or so.
Yep.
Man, go get a spot on that guy. Come on, Kagero, grow a pair of balls.
Kagero's low too, though.
He is, but all he's got to do is spot him, and he outspots him by a half click. There he is. Damn.
Now, he fired on him instead of leading.
Yeah, well, he didn't. He needed to have an idea where he was moving.
And I still disagree with the idea of shooting randomly into the smoke if you don't know where the target is. And I mean, he's pretty close to him. He gets detected at 7.7.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
And now we're picking up A and B because the North Carolina is capping. Nope,
Was
never mind.
capping.
Oh, ranked battles never change.
Right? Seriously. You just never know what you're going to get in these things, right?
Oh, this is pure comedy. All right, I think the Z is going to chase. He's going for that Benson, it looks like.
Yeah, but I was going to say, I don't think the Benson's there.
I don't know where he is.
Right there.
There he is. That would be where he is.
All right, time to
Oh
say
man, this
goodnight.
is ballsy.
And the Kagero... Oh.
Oh, Kagero's probably out.
Fire your torch,
Now-
Saru.
The nice thing about Saru's position here now is that with the island on his starboard side there, the North Carolina can't see him. He's going to smoke. Benson's got no line of sight on him, so he can safely cap. He didn't even have to smoke. He could safely cap without it.
Right.
He can cap A at least. He's not all the way in deep enough to cap with B.
Replay bugs. Fun
Yeah,
time.
don't you love those?
I was wondering why the turrets were pointing towards
Yeah,
the North
they
Cal.
magically reverse themselves. Don't you wish your turrets could move that fast?
Nice.
There he is.
Don't shoot.
Jack's spotting him. He's gonna shoot. I promise.
Fortunately, the North Carolina's dead, so can't be punishing him, but now, I mean, this is the opposite of the destroyer dilemma, right? Because now he's spotted in his smoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the problem with Kutuzov.
Well, it's not really a problem per se, but it is a risk you take now with the new smoke mechanics.
Exactly, yes.
Now he can move up and cap, and that Benson is kind of SOL.
He's got to be careful, though. I mean, the Z could even ram him and kill him.
Yeah, anybody could ram him and kill him. It's 1,000 HP.
So, since the match is obviously winding down, any comments you want to make for what we kind of have learned from this experience?
I guess for me, Kutuzov is a ship that you need to play very deliberately. Like, you study, I won't say study the maps, at least have a look at the maps in advance. Have an idea of where you want to position yourself if your team picks certain caps. And put yourself there, and then you've got a spot to support your destroyers or do whatever it is you're planning on doing. And we haven't seen a lot of that, right? He looked like he was going to go really wide west originally, and then he flipped back, and then he sat around in the A cap for a while without smoking, and we were both questioning, like, why are you just sitting there, and so on and so forth. And I think that's probably the best commentary I can come out with, is that, you know, Kutuzov is a fantastic ship if you have an idea, like a game plan going in. I want to do X, whatever X happens to be, and I feel like he didn't really have that coming in. It worked out. He win, you know, they win. He gets a couple of kills out of it, but he took a lot of damage he didn't have to take from putting himself in some of these positions and so on. So that's probably the takeaway that I would have. What about you?
Yeah, and I've got to say, he is so lucky that for whatever reason, those battleships didn't care about him.
Yeah,
You
no
know?
crap.
I mean, you see that kind of gameplay at rank 5 or even like 10 to 6, he's gone.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure what rank this was, but regardless, yeah, I would agree with you on the idea of the smoke. You need to be, if you're not going to use islands for cover, then you need to get more in the habit of using smoke to build that cover. And you have to be more comfortable with what to do in that smoke too, when to shoot, and more importantly, when not to shoot.
Yes, absolutely. If you're going to play a ship like Smoke Edinburgh or Kutuzov, especially in ranked, you've got to have a firm grasp on how the new smoke mechanics work. When you should be shooting, when you should not be shooting, especially when you should not be shooting. That's probably more important than anything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That being said, Saru, I do really appreciate that you sent in the replay. I think it's really important that we can use this kind of replay to highlight a totally different game style than the other Kutuzov ranked video that we have. So hats off to you for doing that and setting it. And you got the win. And to be honest, in ranked, the W is all that matters, right?
Really? Absolutely, man. Congrats on the win. What else matters in ranked?
So hopefully you can use this video as an opportunity to kind of reanalyze some of the decisions that you made, and think about how many opportunities you had to die that the enemy just didn't seem to want to take, I guess.
Or took and almost got him anyway. He ended on 433 hit points. Did you catch that?
I did. I almost wanted to make that the cover photo, just a screenshot of the health. Will he live? Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for more.
All right. Well, thank you, Raptor, for joining us. And as always, guys, comment, like, subscribe, the usual YouTube crap, and send replays. We need replays.
Yep. Thanks, man.